Hey, it's Creative Chef Shannon here again from Cooking and Golf. Okay, so today I'm going to do a classic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do bangers and mash, and I'm going to do obviously an onion gravy. Alright, so bangers and mash are one of those dishes that is so simplistic but yet so good, so hearty, and it's absolutely fantastic. If you've got some really good ingredients and you respect them, you better make something truly awesome. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got some venison sausages which I got from my local butcher, and we're going to use those. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a garlic mash, and we're going to produce some cream, put it in there and make it a very creamy mash. Something really easy that you can do at home. This is just so good. Everyone loves it. And with onion gravy, I'll show you how to make gravy from scratch. We're not using any powder, we're not using any stock, we're just going to do it from scratch. Alright? So, hopefully you'll come along on the journey with me, and that I will show you how to do this from scratch. It is just so fantastic. It never grows old, this kind of dish. It is excellent. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, first off, let's get these wonderful venison sausages on to cook. This will be your first stage. As you can see, I'm using my new Seculon pan, which I think is absolutely fantastic. With the venison sausages I got from my local butcher, someone who I trust and who I know makes real quality meats. Okay, and venison is actually a wonderful meat to put inside a sausage. Clear the sausages, and then we'll put a lid on the pan and we'll let them cook over. Look at that, absolutely fantastic. These are going to be so good. Alright, lid goes on, turn the heat down, and we let them sit like that. Turn them a couple more times, and we'll be done. Now for making the mash. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. So what I've got in here is I've got obviously peeled potatoes, I've got crushed garlic, I've got a bay leaf, I've got some Himalayan pink salt, and I've got some olive oil, virgin olive oil. So the amounts is whatever you like, as much garlic as you want, or as little as you want, or don't put in there at all. Olive oil as much as you want. The potatoes are on. It's just coming up to the boil. As you can see, all that beautiful olive oil that's in there. Now for the onion gravy. So what I've done is I've actually got some fresh thyme, sage from the garden, and I've also added some onion skins and the onion offcuts from the peeled onions that I'm going to use for the onion gravy. So this is going to be the base. This here is going to be the base for your gravy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some of that beautiful liquid that I'll poach the potatoes into here, and we're going to let it sit for a few minutes so it infuses all that flavour, and that's going to be our stock for the onion gravy. Alright, so like I said, I'm not going to be using any powdered stocks or anything like that. I want to show you how to make gravy from scratch. Alright, and we're going to deglaze this into the pan that we cooked the sausages in. So we're going to get that beautiful venison sausage flavour as well through the gravy. And yeah, so it's just about using what you've got. If you don't have fresh thyme or fresh sage or any fresh herbs in your garden, that's absolutely fine. Because what you can do is you can use dried if you want to. Alright, but I just use fresh because I've got them on hand. Okay. So, when the potatoes are done, the poaching water goes in here. Okay, I'm going to cut the onions now for the onion gravy, and I'm going to use my beautiful Damascus steel knife. Alright, thing about cutting onions. Best way to cut onions is sideways. I don't cut onions this way, I think it feels wrong, so this way. Also what I've done is I take the core out of them as well, so they don't all feather together. Alright. So here we go. And when you're done to the middle like that, flip it over. So, it's that easy. And as you can see the onions aren't feeling together, they come apart really easily. Okay, so that's exactly what you want. And the potatoes are starting to smell fantastic. You can smell that garlic, that bay leaf in that water. Alright, onions are done. As you can see, not fed together with my fantastic Damascus steel knife. These sausages are done. Look at them. Absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to try them. Alright, let's get them out of the pan. Rest them in a warm place. And then we'll get on with the onion gravy. Now while that pan is still hot, I'm going to put the onions in there and we're going to wilt them down. Okay, so that's what we want. Okay, I was picking up all that caramelized pieces off the bottom, which is going to add to that flavour. And I've just got on a very low heat, and we just want to wilt them down a little bit. Now that I've added the poacher liquid into the fresh herbs, and if you can smell it, it smells absolutely amazing. So you've got that beautiful smell of olive oil, of garlic, of bay leaf, of fresh thyme, fresh sage, and a little bit of onion and potato in there. And so this is going to be the base for our stock. It's absolutely that easy. Alright? Absolutely easy. So, and also with the potatoes, so what I've done is, with the potatoes, I'll let them steam dry for a few minutes. And that just gets rid of any excess moisture, and we're just going to put them through a sieve. Alright, what I find best is if you use a ladle to force the potato through the sieve. And it's really simple, just like that. You can use potato ricer if you like, but I find just forcing it through a sieve like this gets a much better result. Alright, so as you can see, just go through really easy. So now that the onions here start to caramelise, I'm actually going to add this stock in. Now don't worry if you get some of the herbs in there, because it's going to add to their flavour. And so, there we go. Just that stock. Give it a nice little stir around and bring it to the boil. What I've got here is the cream reducing. So it's going to reduce right down until you get really small bubbles. A really good trick is, for thickening the sauce, I add a little bit of the potato mash. Because the starts of the mash will help thicken it. And all you're doing is just going to mix it around. And because it's so fine, it's going to break up. And it will actually naturally thicken it. As you can see, that sauce is starting to thicken up. Now with the cream, you want it reduced like that, so it's just about ready to split. And then we just add back in the potatoes. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, potatoes are added back in, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work it. I'm just in the mix of that beautiful cream. And look at that mash. That is absolutely amazing. And then this is the perfect way to make mash. Beautiful, creamy mash. Add a touch of salt. As always, Himalayan pink salt. Now, we're nearly ready, guys. Nearly ready. Nearly there. Okay, we're ready to plate. Here we go. Let's start with that fantastic mash. plate there. Next, sausages. There we go, let's have a couple of these really nice venison sausages. Okay. Next up, our wonderful onion gravy. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful onion gravy. Let's put a nice little bit on. Lastly, let's add a little bit of that thyme from the garden. It's just going to add that little bit of touch to it. And just another layer of flavour, of fresh thyme flavour. My bangers and mash with onion gravy.
There you go, my venison sausages with garlic, potato mash and onion gravy. I've given you a great way of making onion gravy from scratch without using any powdered stock and just using the poaching water that you poach the potatoes in. It is that easy. With the mash, you don't have to use reduced cream. You don't have to use cream. You can use milk, you can use butter, you can even put egg yolks in it if you like. It's entirely up to you. And you don't need to use venison sausages, you can use any sausage from your local butchery. I don't know about you, but I want to try it. That is absolutely fantastic. The sausages, the onion gravy and the mash together is awesome. The little bit of thyme on top just makes it. It is fantastic. So, I don't know about you, but I want to get stuck into it. And this is Creative Chef Shannon from Cooking and Golf. And I'm out.